everybody. Welcome to the Sunday Funday live stream show. I apologize for being a couple of minutes late. It has been a hectic week here at Podsquatch Growers. I've been on set all week shooting a horror mini-series. Can't get into too much detail there, except I can tell you that it will be absolutely, positively amazing when everyone gets a chance to see that. I was on set last night until about 4 a.m. Or no, I got home by about 4:15 a.m. after being on set. And then I slept in a little bit. Been rushing around all morning trying to get the chores done in the lab, shoot a few little snippets for a video I've been shooting kind of off and on all week, so I keep getting called to set there for all of you. And then I've got to go back to set very shortly and shoot all night again tonight. But I figured, hey, get some shit done in the lab, shoot some clips, do at least a quick live stream for everybody, because I'm trying to honor my commitment to all of you to stick to the schedule, in that you will get some form of show on Wednesdays, Sundays, the update videos, the how-to videos, and actually getting my ass in gear and not being useless. So here we are today on the Sunday Funday live stream show. I welcome everyone. I hope you're all doing very well. Just give me a moment here. I am going to pull up the chat as well on my phone, because it's a little bit easier to read it there, and we will start saying hello to everyone. I will recap with everyone that YouTube is continuing to just really mess with everything that we're doing here. So make sure you go into the settings. Make sure you not only click notifications on, there's a few more settings to it now. I do believe you have to go on and click all notifications, and you will be able to stay up to snuff in terms of what's going on here at Podsquatch Growers. So anyway, let's get ready. What's up, mein Kush 11? Was ist los, mein Freund? What's up, Gregory Allen Reed? Good to see you, baby. What's cracking? What's up, Jose Canella? Good to see you, motherfucker Jones, my man. What's up with you, baby? All right, Helcomaniac. Good to see you, baby. It's been a while. I hope you're doing well. What's up, Neville Robinson? Good to see you, man. What's up, Roman Reckless? What's up, Lucas B? Oh man, you know, just living the dream and shooting TV shows and trying to do the stuff here. But I mean, at the end of the day, oddly, I find classically, the busier that I am, the actual more prone I am to actually getting shit done. So, like I said, you know, started off the day after getting a few hours of sleep last night. Probably got to sleep about 5 or 6 a.m. Then I was up by about 11:30, and then I hopped into the lab right quick there. I did a few chores there. I shot a little snippet or two for a video that we are slowly but surely shooting to create for all of you, kind of, you know, leading up to the eventual flip to flower. You know, we've been spraying, we've been doing, today, I haven't really done the defoliation yet, but I did a bit of topping, kind of shot a bit of a hyperlapse there. I don't know if I'll use it in the edit or not. I mean, I was trying to use it with their new gimbal there, and I don't know if I was a big fan of how that one came out. But shot that, then went through, sprayed. I got the lights off in there now, so they'll be kind of resting lights off while we're doing the show. I will then quickly finish the show, turn the lights on, go rush, pack my bag, and get out the door in 15 minutes in order to make it to set, to get there for rehearsal and go into processing and get into my costume. But yeah, we're getting it done. Oh, more people are saying hi. So let's get in here and let's say hi to everybody else we haven't said hi to yet. What's up, Gotcha White Mike 81? What's crackalacking with you? Does Jake's kill thrives? Yes, Jake's kills a majority of all bugs, and it does work on our wonderful little thripe friends as well. What's up, Enrique Hernandez? What's up, Fall Dog Podsquatch? Wait, that's not part of your name. It's just Fall Dog. Then you said Podsquatch. All right. What's happening? What's up, LST, UK Big Bud, the little fish grower? What's happening, baby? I'm doing well. So at the end of the day, yes, so Jakes does attack the thripes. And one thing that we're going to be bringing in to kind of finish off our battle that's been going on there will be some beneficial nematodes. Why do we bring in a beneficial nematode? Well, as I was sharing in the last live stream show, I've been doing a little bit of research in terms of the actual life cycle. There's, I believe, 5 stages to most typical thripe subspecies within the thripe kingdom. And basically, once that egg hatches, okay, so the female will plant the egg into the stem or the underside of the leaf. I'm noticing that these thripes seem to prefer the leaves. That's where a majority of the egg planting, quote unquote, or laying, call it what you will, seems to be happening. Once it hatches, that little midget brand new pupae will then fall out. It'll fall down into the dirt, and then that's where it crawls around eating some, you know, organic materials as it starts to develop itself in such a way that is going to be able to attack the plant and it crawl back up and attacks. So that's where on stage 2 of its life, right after the egg, that's where our next attack is going to come. And we're going to be bringing in some of our beneficial nematodes that we are such a big fan of here at Pot Squatch Growers to basically kind of stay on top of that. I'm going to superdose them. I'm going to put in more than I usually do. And we're going to stay on top of that, regularly watering, at least misting the top where we then put out the nematodes. They will be releasing over the first 72 hours and really letting that go to town. And it will then, hopefully, decimate any pupae that then come over the kind of the window there. Basically, we've been staying on top of killing the adult species. That's great. You know, taking them out is important because that's where the eggs come from. But then, once we take them out, we've still got eggs that are laid, right? So unless we address that pupae stage, then we're fucked. Because then they're going to develop, they're going to come back, they're going to fucking lay more eggs, and then we fucked, right? So that's where we're going to be like, fuck it, and working on it. All right, let's get back to saying hi to some people. What's up, Greg Manley? What's up, Sale? How you doing? What's up, Jose Canela? Jose Canela says, hey, Squatch, I haven't quit feeds, what? But I'm still getting the ending fade. Yeah, coming in. Should I commence flush or not? I'm barely starting week 8 and was hoping to go to 10 weeks. Yeah, Jose Canela, again, remember, that final fade is completely okay. I've even had it set in at weeks 4 or 5 on certain strains, and that was, you know, back with the bubblegum indica that you sort of even in week 2 would start to experience it unless you really stepped up your calcium and magnesium. Do not be afraid of the fade, okay, everybody. I know a lot of people freak out. They're like, oh my God, it's fading. Oh my God, it's this. No, the plant is doing what it's supposed to do. It's actually naturally cannibalizing itself, okay? It's using up the stored nutrition in the fan leaves. The fan leaves aren't just solar panels, okay? They're for storing nutrition for future use. And so that's what the plant is doing. And it's okay. Don't freak out. It's all right. And if you're at 8 weeks and you're going to 10 and you're just seeing it set in now, fuck, you're good. Don't worry about it. So what I would do is I would maybe, you know what, if you're exactly at 8 weeks, give one last big final feed, wait a day or 2, and then start cranking out that hardcore flush there. But do not freak out. At 8 weeks, you should have already had a fade for a while, in my humble 2 cents. So that is completely okay. Do not freak out. It will be all right. So that's good in the hood, buddy. What's happening? Roman Reckless, good to see you, man. Who knows, man? I mean, I don't go reaching out to other shows. If there's any shows out there that want to have me on their show, I'm more than happy to come be a guest on their show. But I don't go chasing shit. I am far too busy for that. So hey, if Mr. Grow wants to, you know, have Uncle Pot Squatch on the show and we can have a chat, I'm more than happy to fit that into the schedule. I'm sure I can do it. But I'm not going to go chasing that. I'm not worried about that. So I'm just going to keep doing me and getting back into what I actually do. At the end of the day, our numbers suck right now because I haven't been doing my job. I haven't been staying on top of the shows. I haven't really had a grow going in half a fucking year. Well, big shout out to the rest of you that are still here, both new and old. I mean, you're the hardcore ones. You're the ones staying in the show, even though fucking Uncle Pot Squatch hasn't been doing much of shit. But we are here. I'm feeling good energy levels. I'm feeling on top of things. I'm feeling, you know, for the first time in a long time, really kind of motivated to really kick ass and take names. You know, and a big thing of that is oddly enough, adding in more stuff to my schedule has actually seemed to fix the issues I was having personally in terms of both my energy levels and feeling positive about things. You know, picking up a little part-time job at the pub, getting back out, connecting with human beings. I'm really good at it too, so that's kind of fun. Helping a pub in need makes me feel good. Shooting a TV show that's really, really quite cool, and I really think it's going to look great. Has been a lot of fun too. And really at the end of the day, we're going to keep it coming. We're going to keep it coming hard. I am actually starting to feel like I'm actually back. For months now, since we've been living here, I've been saying, oh, we back. Well, we kind of back. We've been like half-ass back. You know, lazy ass motherfucker not doing his shit. But you know, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good. Hell, I mean, I haven't really had much time to slow down, but that's okay. I actually think I thrive in that. I am my mother's son after all. All right, so let's get back here. Yes, so Einstein, I mean, yes, that would be the classical way to produce a seed, is putting a male and a female together. That's typically how Mother Nature does it. And that is how we begin a true, stable start to having a regular, proper photo, not utilizing feminization, which is what is destroying genetics, in my humble 2 cents, or one of the things destroying genetics. But there's a lot of, you know, subtle, nuanced ways to go about breeding genetics and breeding seeds. But yes, the basic functionality is you need a boy, you need a girl, and then they folk, and then you get seeds. It's very nice. All right, I hope that helps, and I hope that answers. All right, Old and Dazed, what's up, baby? It's been a while. How you been doing? Good to see you, baby. What's up, 60s bud? Love the name. How you doing? Good to see you. All right. But yeah, no, things are going really good. Oh, hell yeah. I mean, hell, if he wants to reach out to me, I'm happy to work it into my schedule. Sadly, these days I am quite busy, but I'm feeling good. I got energy. So you know what? I'm actually like staying on top of shit. Like, look at my ass today. Woke up after shooting a TV show all night. Got up after a few hours of sleep. Fucking went about my chores. Went and bought my cigarettes for set today. I had my coffees. I went and inspected the exterior garden. I came in and I did all the shit in there that I needed to do. Well, not all the shit. Some of the shit. What I had time to do. Shot a few things for the video. And here we are fitting in a live stream before I have to go to set. All right. One second. I'm just reading. Hell yeah, Sale. Now, what kind of seeds did you crack on that one? We're going to be cracking some new seeds here at Pot Squatch Growers. As I did share, I was going to euthanize a lot of genetics that we had going. I did. They're dead. They're gone. I killed them. And I'm happy about that. Because really, at the end of the day, I really want to play with some of those genetics that were sent into us by our dear friend, Gazzers, over in New Zealand. So, you know what? What are we going to be popping out of those? Well, some of those orange Hindu Kushes, because I'm looking for a male to make fuck our Hindu. That's right. We're going to be looking for a big breeding buck to use in our first ever true start to finish breeding program that we're going to feature on the channel. And that'll just be an F1 cross, but they are the same genetic. I'm reintroducing an orange Hindu genetic from India back into the Hindu genetics of old here in BC. They've been around here for about 35, 40 years, but they do owe their origin stories to the same region. And that's kind of my idea on this one. That's my idea. Get a big, sexy, breeding buck straight out of India now. And we're going to fuck it with the old school BC Hindu. And we're going to see what the fuck happened. We're going to stabilize it out. And we'll see this new super fucking Hindu coming for the people. And man, if I do my job right, this bitch should stink more than even mine does. All right, so it'll be a good time. Aaron Sherm, rest in peace, old genetics. Fuck no. Aaron, I've got most of them. That's been a big part of what I've spent my career doing is slowly but surely collecting old genetics. We're going to be bringing it back. We're writing off the last 20 years here at Pot Squatch Growers, and we're starting over. And we're going to be doing things slowly but surely for the rest of my life to try to leave something behind for all of you at home to have genetics you can rely on. All right. Did it freak you out, 60s bud? All right, good. All right, 1 second here. No, I gotta play catch up and read a few messages here. What's up, Dr. Geese? What's up, High Goals 420? What's crack-lacking? What's up, Aaron Sherm? I actually oddly talked to you about what you said. Have I ever tried Humboldt seeds? Once upon a time. There was a point in time where Humboldt seeds was legit. I have not seen anything in any time out of there that I've been overly impressed with. But can I say I've tried everything that they've done? No, because I don't normally buy from most breeders. Most of my genetics come from old school growers around the world that I develop relationships with, and that's kind of tried, tested, and true in my humble sense, 2 cents. And that's where a lot of our stuff comes from. All right, let's take another look here. Canopy Crawler, cheers to you, my friend. Here's looking at you. All right. Now, Motherfucker Jones says, thanks, man. I want to hear Uncle thoughts, too. What? On what? Oh, I missed a question. If a plant herms due to a light leak, are then the seeds unstable and more likely to repeat as a herm? Well, yes. However, a lot of people seem to have this misconception about hermaphrodited seeds that are produced that way. So let's talk about it. Let's say you have 4 plants. Let's say 1 hermed on you, okay? The other 3 stayed fine, but then gave you seeds. So the seeds that will then be produced in the plant in and of itself that hermied will be the number 1 prone to herming. The other ones will be vastly less so. Why? Because the mother plant, okay, that's been knocked up, was able to handle the stress without herming. Will they be feminized? Well, yeah, that's how that works. There's only female genetics going into that pollen, okay? But at the end of the day, just because you have seeds from a herm doesn't mean it's an automatic garbage, throw it out. Okay, obviously we take it with a grain of salt. We bear that in mind. We make sure that we remember where the fuck it was, and we watch closely. We also maybe, well, 1, there's 2 ways of approaching it. Avoid all stressors that triggered it the first time,
or hit it with more stressors and see if it fucking harms. And those are two schools of thought. I mean, they're both genuine approaches on that one. One's kind of brazen and out there, and one's simple and careful. But at the end of the day, that's where things like Gorilla Glue #4 came from. It was a Hermie accident. The original Gorilla Glue origin story comes from a oopsie poopsie. You know, you'd be surprised. There's actually a number of genetics out there that came that way. The most famous one, though, would be the origin story of GG, baby. So at the end of the day, it's the way it is. And don't freak out. It's going to be all right. Right, 1 second here. I'm just reading here. I don't know what you mean by a clean show. I think I know. Maybe not swearing or something. Don't worry, I'm actually usually on pretty good behavior when I'm on other people's shows. It's just my show where I let my truth out. But at the end of the day, you know, one of the fun things is if you want to see me actually being normal and not swearing all the time, go back and watch when we did the interview on the Rick Jordan podcast. It's available on Apple Podcasts. We actually released the video that they did for it as well on our channel, so you can go back. I can't remember what I called it, but if you search Pot Squatch Rick Jordan All In Show, you should find it, and you can check that one out. You know what I'm saying? All right. How are the fires going out that way? They are fucking horrible, Visible Farms. When I got home from set last night, Hope was filled with smoke. I woke up this morning, even more smoke. There's a number of decently large fires within about 30, 40 kilometers where I live right now. So basically the valley is smoke. You can barely see the mountains right now. It has been way worse though. It could be worse. Let's hope it doesn't get worse. We got a smidgen of rain for about an hour this morning, so here's hoping. But so far, we're not evacuated, and the Pond Squatch grower set is safe. But we will keep seeing what happens. Mine Kush, I mean, yes. I mean, I do have a few suggestions in terms of trying to do a sat dom that's more prone to cold or warmer environments and a colder environment. At the end of the day, I would keep it in a pot. For one. One thing you could also do is you can get a mild heating coil, something that is weatherproof, and you can wrap that around your pot and keep that running to keep your root ball temperatures up. That's going to do a huge job at helping that plant survive the colder northern climates. And at the end of the day, you know, if you're not getting a lot of sun, augmenting that sun, because what normally goes with hot sun. So they're also typically used to having a lot higher level of photo action, shall we say. So augmenting it with a bit of artificial light's a great thing too. So yeah. All right, so here's Midnight. James Leach says, how can you kill spider mites in Harvest, brother? Well, James Leach, I mean, at the end of the day, doing a big hardcore bud wash, okay, with a H2O2 hydrogen peroxide solution. Make sure it's a 3% solution, nothing stronger. I'm trying to remember what I normally do to that solution for my bud wash. There's actually a video where I did do a bud washing and I go over the actual proportions on that one. My brain's just kind of skipping on that. So if you go back and find that video, it would have been potentially even the last harvest or the second last harvest we did. If you mimic what I did in that video, that would be totally fine. We did it because we were doing a bunch of renovations and had a shitload of dust, wood sawdust that had been floating through the house, so I wanted to be safe on that one. All right. We've got another question here from Midnight. Hi, Pot Squatch, I've got a question. I'd like to try an experiment. Good. Experimentation is key. I have 5 plants still in veg, but the fan leaves are crazy large, like almost 12 inches long. Nice. I'd like to remove them before putting in flower. Nice. Okay. Where's the question, though? I say go for it. Typically, especially when it comes to indoors, we do a large defoliation pluck here in BC on those big main fan leaves. So maybe there's a second part further down. 1 second here. I'm just reading everybody. 1 second here. Bear with me, everybody. I'm just reading. Yes. Oh, we're always doing questions, Canopy Crawler. So, okay, I don't have the final part of the question for Midnight, so we'll wait on that, and we will take a look at Canopy Crawler's question here. So, Canopy Crawler says, If we are doing questions, I'm going to be using a 4x4 10 for flower, nice, and a 2x4 for veg. All right. Should I go with T5? If so, how many bulbs / watts, or just go 2x4 LED dimmable? Well, typically canopy crawler, I find that a T5 system, where yes, it was a very good go-to back in the hood days in terms of vegetation. If you have the budget, don't fuck around with T5s. T5s are outdated. It's old school. They do work. It's all right, but I would say, leave it where it should be in the past. I would just use a smaller LED light, something utilizing chips from Samsung, and actually utilizing chips from Samsung. A lot of companies lie in this day and age, which is quite funny. They say, oh yes, we're using the 301B or the 31H, then you actually look at the chip and it's nothing even like what Samsung chips look like. It's astonishing to me. Or if you look very closely, they've got like a little weird kind of little two little dots where you can see this kind of little wire going into it. I'm like, haha, that's a knockoff Samsung, not the real McCoy. So I would say stick to LED. It's the way to be. At the end of the day, T5s, if it's what you have, totally do work. But I would say the second you can upgrade, do so. Like I said, T5s were something we all used to use a lot back in the hood days, but it is a thing of the past, or should be, in my humble 2 cents. And so I hope that helps. All right. Now, let's keep moving here. Dr. Gee says, I had a Skywalker Ghost Kush from a Big Head's Herm out, and it pollinated green crack and strawberry eclair. I now have what I have named a green sky strain and strawberry Skywalker strain. Nice. Dr. Geese, have you played with those beans? How are they looking, my friend? Yeah, so at the end of the day, Roman Reckless, maybe he wouldn't want me on the show because I really refuse to censor myself in that way. YouTube needs to get off the fucking bench of 1995. It is legal in Canada. It's legal on state level in so many places in the States. The world is changing. We're coming around. YouTube, pull your head out of your ass. So at the end of the day, I would say that's bowing down to YouTube if you're going to censor yourself and medical death, and I'm not going to show you nothing, and I'm going to be a good little boy because I'm going to let the weird overlords tell me what to do. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it won't work out. I respect it. I respect that that's his choice. It's not a choice for me. I think it is bowing down and bending over and saying, all right, I'm your bitch. So, you know what? Sorry, YouTube. I'm going to keep fighting you on this one because we have a right to be. We have a right to be the way we are. And we have a right to call things the way they are. That's not me looking down on him either. That's his choice, and I get it. You want to make your money. You want to have your monetization and not get in trouble. Cool. I've spent my whole life the rebel bad boy, the black sheep artist, dope growing son of 2 priests. So I'm not going to change who and what I am about to appease a backward thinking global conglomerate. But that's just me, baby. All right. Let's keep moving. Derek Cloud says, hello, my friends. Hello, Derek Cloud. How are you? MB Boyax says, fire. Fire what? You mean the fires here in BC? All right. Yes, good airflow can keep certain pests at bay, or it can also help them spread depending on what they are. Spider mites actually spread via wind, so actually reducing your wind when, for example, dealing with spider mites is actually a beneficial thing. I don't know the product cell, Dr. Schimmel's Spider Mite Terminator. I'd have to take a look at it to see what it actually is and what it's made out of. But yeah, if you want to shoot me an email with a link to the product, I'm always happy to take a look at products and give you at least my humble 2 cents on it. Hey, no worries, Canopy Crawler. Always happy to help in any way that I can. What's up, Matrix Man? How you doing, baby? What's good in the hood? Have you broken the Matrix yet? Are we free? No? All right. We will keep fighting. All right. Nice. How's the jungle looking, Pilgor? You looking sexy? Titty looking good? Dr. Gee says, I grew out the green sky 2 harvests ago, and the smell in the jar was of moldy feet. Interesting. Broken up, the smell was similar to diesel fuel, and the taste was kind of fruity. Interesting. At the end of the day, there are some very weird, stinky, odd-smelling strains out there. This is not unheard of. It is a thing. I've definitely smelled some very weird-smelling pot myself. It was actually kind of funny. Texas Squatch, tried out a couple of beans of something that I had tried, developed by my friend Stina there. And so where I'd always had sort of like a kind of a gassy dieseliness to it as well. I can't, what did he smell? Or what did he say it smelled like? It was like it was a piss and puke smell or something that came out of that. Um, I don't know. It was fuck. If only Texas Squatch was here, he could repeat it for you. But I remember when he video called me, like, man, this shit smell fucking gross. I'm like, what do you mean, man? I always love the smell of it. Like, what are you talking about? And then, yeah, you know, that's the part of the fun of phenotypes. You know what I'm saying? Part of the fun of phenotypes. Ba-bum-ba-bum. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, though, Jose Canela, I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with people being new, and there's not anything wrong with people regurgitating things. I mean, you know, practical hands-on application is what comes in time. I mean, you can't just sort of learn hands-on stuff. That comes in time. There was once a point in time where Uncle Squatch was just regurgitating too, things he had read in High Times and other books and this or that, and was beginning to try to figure it all out. So really, at the end of the day, that's one thing. Let's take a moment here. This is something that I find an important thing that we should touch on in our community. I notice both like on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and all of these things, the grow world. I mean, there's a lot of hate going on towards young, newer growers. And by young, I don't necessarily mean your age. I just mean your time in the game. Never hate on someone for asking a question, even if it seems like the stupidest question to you. Well, stop being an elitist prick. You learned that. Right? There was a point in time where you probably would have asked the same question. We need to be a little compassionate with the newer people and patient. And if they are an egotistical prick, well then fuck them. Let's go destroy them at the Cannabis Cup, okay? But at the end of the day, patience, compassion, and remember, we all start at somewhere. And if we can't help each other learn, if we can't help each other grow and move forward as growers, we're all fucked anyway. So, you know, that's a really good lesson for us all to learn and to remember. Because the day you become fully yourself, well, that's the day you are going against the true sentiment of what it means to be a pot squatch. Yes, am I occasionally an arrogant prick? Yes, but that comes from years of experience. However, I do my best to not being an egotistical prick walking around thinking I'm God's gift to anything. Stay humble, people. Stay humble. Stay true. Stay the forever student. You know, and at the end of the day, if you take the time one day to help someone learn something, like that lesson, that right idea will go forward with them for the rest of their careers, their lives as a grower, whether they're going into the industry or whether they're doing it for their own personal medicine or trying to take care of themselves, okay? These are all very important things. Don't be a fucking douchebag, is I guess what I'm trying to really say. And at the end of the day, you know, if we can't stand together and get along with each other in our own industry, how the fuck do we ever expect world governments to take us seriously? Food for thought. I don't know. Just my opinion on it. All right, 2 seconds here. I'm reading now. I like that, Visible Farms. Don't be a grow boss. I like that. Yeah, I dig that, buddy. I dig it. All right. What's up, Jeremiah Sanchez? Good to see you, baby. No, John Boy, there's no such thing as a stupid question. If someone is genuinely coming to you and asking a question that may seem quote-unquote retarded to you, that is all the more reason to give them a genuine, patient, slow, broken down answer. It just shows that they're just beginning. They haven't had the chance or anyone who actually took the time to not be an asshole and maybe help them out. Pot squatches don't do that. We help people, okay? we patiently answer. We don't like bullies. We don't like, or as Pilgrim called them, grow bosses or arrogant prick fucks. We will go out of our way to dethrone them, challenge them, and publicly stand against them. That's where we get to have fun, okay? But when it comes to a new person trying to ask questions, don't be a fucking dick. Or else you become them and not us. If you know what I mean. AKA the girl bossies, the I know everything, the egotistical prick. All right, moving on. Well, Jose Canela, if people are charging money to learn, I mean, I'm not against that. I even toyed with the idea at one point in time of doing a paid program and writing my own program as well. But I'm sorry, I've been doing this for half a decade now on the internet, and a lot of us don't have that in their budget. So I refuse to charge money to teach. You know, I said if I want to make money in the industry, I will do it honestly. I will do it through tech. I'll do it through our CBD line. I'll do it through products. I'll do it through all these other things. But at the end of the day, it's truly important to make knowledge accessible, knowledge free. Information and knowledge deserves to be set free and shared. So at the end of the day, I'm kind of against that. But hey, you know, to each their own. We'll see who's left standing at the end. I'm good, Mark Wilson. How you doing? Hey, olden days though, but like you see, we've all been there, right? We got to remember where we started. Remember our origin stories. Remember how it used to be for us, right? And maybe that can help us. You know what I mean? Right, Einstein, I'd love to, but then I will get hit with copyright infringements, and I'm already getting hit with enough crap from YouTube right now. So I don't need to just give them another reason to go poke at me and fuck with my shit. Maybe one day we'll be able to afford the rights to things to play it in our shows, but sadly we're not quite there yet. So. You know, Bud Rock McGiggles, that is still a very legitimate technique used by many today. I've always been more along the lines of utilizing microagitation rather than a hardcore stem split. And I actually find that microagitation utilized for the last 3 or 4 weeks does just as well, if not even better than the old school stock split. But yes, it is still even a legitimate technique to this day that many still use. I've just never been the world's biggest fan of it. I've done it. I prefer microagitation. All right. I'm just reading 1 second. Thank you, Canopy Crawler. No, so Tony Clifton, that is actually the microagitation. Again, I wouldn't stick it right through the stem though. I mean, you can, but again, the deeper we go in on that prick, we're causing greater damage and potentially opening it up to sort of pathogenic issues. So that's where we just pierce the skin of the branch with that pin and go through and do that. That is the exact premise of how microagitation works. One second here. Well, that's why we've always gotten along, Pilgor. You and I are very similar assholes in a lot of ways. And fuck, I should give you a video call sometime. I miss chatting with you and your wife. You're good fucking people, and I love just hanging out and chatting with you. It's a good time. Maybe one of these days I'll do a video call. You can take me on a little tour of the something. It'd be so fun. I'd love to do that. Digital tour, you know. Where are you again, Mark Wilson, where you're in current lockdown? Yeah, I mean, Bud Rock McGiggles, that's sort of the old school Mark I concept of light depot to do that. Light depots come a long way. There's actually entire facilities now that are light depot based off the same basic premise of that. So it's still a thing. It's just maybe come a little bit further in terms of our general application on that. But no, totally, still a legitimate idea, right? And it goes to show you, like, some of these older techniques really did evolve into completely new realities and greater understandings on things, right? And that's where sort of part of the fun of growing in cannabis, in my mind, is sort of pot history and growing history. And where did things come from? Where did ideas come from? Where did things start? And then how did they evolve? You know what I mean? Yeah. What's up, Cam D, baby? How you doing, yo? Good to see you, baby. A second here, everybody. I'm just reading. Oh shit. So Mark, so things have gotten bad number-wise over there in Australia. Well, my thoughts go out to all of you, and I hope you're all right. What kind of lockdown are we talking? What level of lockdown? Like, can you still go buy a pair of pants? Can you go to a bar on the patio at least? Can you at least go to the liquor store? Anyway. All right. John Boy's like, it's 33 Celsius and I'm drinking a cafe mocha. And I'm assuming you don't mean a nice one. Well, you are a crazy person, my friend. No, I'm just joking. I drink a lot of coffee even when it's hot too. I'm a big fan of coffee, especially when I'm on set. I'm going to be drinking some coffee tonight on set. You can all know that it's another night shoot tonight. And it's my last day on set for this TV show, this mini-series that I've been on for the ATPN. And, it'll be sad to see it end, but also now that I'm done, we've only got a couple more days of shooting, and then we get to go into the wonderful waiting game of for them to go do post, and then eventually, hopefully, I get to see it. I'm pretty stoked. So but I'll definitely be drinking coffee myself tonight, no matter how hot or smoky it is on set. I am not using advanced nutrients. I was gifted 3 of the super giant things of advanced. I have yet to use them. My buddy was breaking down his grow and selling his farm, and he had 3 brand new things. Those are like $500 a pop. So I took them. Haven't used them yet. Still using my Green Planet. We will eventually be doing a compare and contrast, but I need to get a couple of runs just to get my personal stock of medicine back up. And then when I know I have enough to kind of go for a while, then we can start fucking around with some experiments and doing some comparison and contrast between like advanced nutrients and then Green Planet and all this other crap. You know what I'm saying? Homebound, and it's the Delta strain. Yeah, no, we've been having some Delta stuff here. Not too bad though. Our numbers are still extremely low. America's kind of shit in the bed compared to us right now in terms of numbers. Like, we've been pretty good. The big thing for us is we'll see where it goes in the coming months, but we're doing okay right now. But we're still all in this one, everybody, and we gotta just be patient and work together on that. But anyway, moving on. I hope everyone in Australia and in Sydney gets through this one. Canopy crawler. Well, I guess all that's left now is to place this order and wait for the new gear. Now to figure out what I want to run. Hey, I know that feeling, and I love that feeling. Let's pick some genetics. What are we going to play with this time? What can we get sexy with? All right. We'll see what happens, Bud Rock, right? I feel you, Cam D. No, coffee is a wonderful, wonderful thing. They're doing well, Jeremiah Sanchez. Sort of still kind of just getting that last little bit of thripage out of there. I was going through and topping today. I found 1 aphid, so fuck that prick. But anyway, we only found 1 though, so that was a good sign. So basically, we're going to be bringing in some beneficial nematodes to kind of get us through that last little push there, and we will be going into flower quite soon. But they're looking really well, nice and deep. I have deeper colors, really bouncing back, really bushing out, huge, thick, tight nodal structures and branching on a lot of them. It's going to be a good run. I'm getting a little nervous in terms of how big it all will be by the time it's done, but that's part of the fun. What is Uncle Podsquatch going to do now that he has a much shorter grow room? So we will see. But I'm excited. Yeah, no, they're looking good though. 1 second here, everybody. All right. So, what I'm looking forward to though, I have been shooting a video all week for everybody. We've got kind of sort of the first little bits of it sort of shot. Realistically, I want to get a bunch of chores done in there and shoot that and talk about that before we release the video. So basically, I'm on set all night tonight. It's a little bit of a later call time today, so I'll probably be home 4, 5 a.m. this morning or tomorrow morning. I'm going to go to bed for 4 or 5 hours. I'll get up. I'm going to try to get a bunch of shit done and shot for the video. We'll see how quickly I end up moving in terms of that. And then I got to go work the closing night shift at the pub. So realistically, I'm hoping to have that video edited, done, and up in the next couple of days for everybody. I am also hoping roughly in the next week, give or take, we will see, to go into flower, because that's when the real fun begins, and we can start showing you some developing Hindu Kush wheat days, you know? It's gonna be nice. Very nice. What's up, Wild Bill? How you doing, baby? Good to see you. I'm doing well. Yeah, right? I mean, Bud Rock McGiggles, if it was me, if I was American, if I lived in America, and if I was in a non-legal state, I'd be packing my bags and moving to a legal state as fast as humanly fucking possible. At the end of the day, that would just be me, you know what I'm saying? Oh, good though, Jeremiah. It's always nice to impress our friends and family, like, hey, check out what I did this time, right? All right, yeah. No, it's always a lot of fun, so that's good. I'm very happy to hear that you're doing well. What did you do on the last run? You probably already told me. Doesn't mean I remember, because I'm a special man.
What's up, Naz Bear Girl 420? How you doing, baby?
Well, that's the thing, Jeremiah Sanchez. I mean, practice makes perfect, right? As I've often shared in the past on the channel, like I didn't start out being good at growing weed. I killed a bunch of plants the first couple of times I tried to do them. I was just a kid fucking around with stolen lamp parts and doing it in secret. But you got to start somewhere, right? And you start somewhere, and you kind of see where you can end up going with it, right? So that's awesome, though. I'm very happy that you're making strides, because it's really rewarding when you see yourself grow as a grower. It's so rewarding because it's kind of fun too to see kind of your techniques developing and your approaches developing and learning how certain things work and what the end result is with them and shit, and you got to have fun somehow, right? Like, and so that makes me happy to hear. That makes me very happy to hear. Christopher Mortimer, hey buddy, what do you think of infrared lights? I mean, infrared, far red, deep red, all these things. I mean, do they make a difference? Well, of course they do. I mean, it's not complete malarkey. My biggest thought on it, really, at the end of the day, is that until we get our rigs up to about roughly 2600 par, I think, which is roughly the average par of the sun, all of these extra bells and whistles aren't necessarily of the utmost importance. I think once we are able to get tech and get lights to a point where we're hitting that 2600 average par rating of the sun, then we can worry about bells and whistles, right? Because that's where it'll be left to start improving on things. So at the end of the day, definitely are legitimate, and they definitely do things. They definitely are beneficial. Do I think that focusing on worrying about adding them now, or should we be focusing on more so worrying about par levels and trying to compete with Mother Nature? Well, I'm going to go with the latter on that one. But that's just my humble 2 cents on it. However, I do know a number of people who know even more than I in terms of light in general and par and light mixing. What's that one doctor guy? They put his videos on mine a lot. He's very interesting to watch. He said something very similar. So, it is what it is. But I hope that gives you at least my humble 2 cents on it. All right. Bud Rock McGiggles, right? That's just the universe having like a cruel sense of humor. It's like every state around you is like, right? So yeah, I'd be packing up that U-Haul and I'd be hopping state lines there, my friend. I know that it's not always easy to kind of, uproot and start a new life, but it's always doable. If you put a little tenacity in there. Where there is a will, there is a way. Yeah, baby. One second here. I'm just reading. John Boy says, pop 6 double kush breaths and 3 dosey mints, 5 peanut butter breath, 12 party animal mints, white girl wasted. All very new age strains, but hey, I hope you have fun with them. I can't wait to see how they turn out for you. The next genetics that I'm going to be popping are from Gazer. There, we're going to be putting Gazer's breeding there to the test. Dun dun dun. Yes, that's right. We're going to be doing Gazer's Madness, which is his K-Town Kush, which if I remember correctly, is Afghani Kush, Master Kush, and Hindu Kush all rolled into one. Old BC genetics from back in the day that he bred together many moons ago in New Zealand. So we're going to try that one out on its own. We're going to try out that one crossed by AK-47. As I said, he calls that one affectionately Gazer's Madness. So we're going to try a bit of Gazer's Madness, and we'll see how mad it really is. And then also, too, I wish Gazer's was here. I can never say it properly. It's like Yakunamata. It's a Maori strain that has been crossed with Canadian White Russian. So we're going to try that one. What else did he send us that was fun? Oh, right. He's got K-Town by Cheese. I'm pretty sure it was the 60-40 Indica Split Cheese that he crossed with that one. So I kind of want to play with that one. That sounds exciting and fun to play with. Yeah, and really just get going. And then also, too, like, these are all completely regular photo beans. So really, we're also going to be sort of sleuthing out and looking for some males and try to start really getting some initial F1 crosses cranking out as well, and cataloging all of that for you. I mean, showing you proper stabilization will take time. It will take years, because that's just how it works. But that is one thing I'm really looking forward to featuring on the channel and doing on the channel for everybody as well, is really kind of showing that and showing the progress and the journey and having some fun with it too. Like, maybe we can show you how, for example, you can have sort of one cross, make some very conscious phenotype decisions, and then through selective stabilization over time, have two completely different strains from the same origin story. Right? Gotta have fun. Yes, you can. Eugene Dolan, just to remember that in terms of molasses, it does have fairly high levels of nitrogen in it at times. So, but yeah, you can totally use it up to flush. But I typically cut molasses out at least at flush, if not maybe the week before I start my flush, just because I find that if you don't, all I really taste often in the cannabis and smell the cannabis is sort of this molasses smell and taste. I'm blind and deaf, but I have the nose of a drug dog and a very sensitive palate, so that could be part of it. But I mean, for me personally, I definitely kind of cut it out. Definitely by flush, if not a week before I start my flush. But yes, you can definitely use it during flower, and it provides a lot of wonderful, easy access sugars and energies to your plant. And at the end of the day, too, it really does help kind of chalk up that resin production within the plant as well. You just got to be careful because, again, I don't personally anyway want to be smoking a doobie where I'm all like, molasses, gingerbread. I know, Tony Clifton. I know how hard it is to find good genetics these days, and do not worry. It was funny because me and my wife were talking, and she was like, so if we do have to evacuate before forest fires, though, like, what do we take? And I was like, well, I know the number one main thing I need to, and that's grab my genetic vault. And then I'll worry about family heirlooms and memories and shit. The genetic vault is coming with me. I don't care. Even if I have to wait till the fire's at my fucking doorstep and then I fucking crank into my Volvo, crack a beer, and go barreling through the fucking blaze in my Volvo, we'll get through, and we will get it done. Well, I guess, obviously our dogs first. We'll get the dog and the cat out, pack them up, and then the genetic vault. But I'm staying until I get the genetic vault. I don't care. Even if I've got to run through the fire to get it, I'm fucking gonna pot squatch powers activate. I don't even care if my beard gets burned off. I'm going in there, get my genetics. Oh, fuck. One of the things I actually am thinking about, though, is upgrading the vault that I use, and actually getting a proper, temperature controlled, fireproof one. So even if a stupid blaze comes through, all I got to do is dig the rubble off of it, and we'll still have all of our fun little genetics there. Hey, I mean, I'm definitely down. If I'm ever over Alberta way, I'm definitely down to come and visit for sure. Don't often usually have a reason to go to Alberta, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's not that far too, either way. So, hey, maybe one of these days. No, the vault's not for the dogs and cats. It's for my genetics. I let the animals run free, dear. Well, not free, but in the house anyway. Oh, fuck. All right. Right? Christopher Morter is like, sound like a good movie, right? Well, yeah. It could be funny, right? Like, they lock down Hope. I'm outside of Hope, for example, right? And they're like, we gotta evacuate. Fuck you, I'm getting my seeds! Just fucking rush the fucking barriers and off goes a pond squatch. Well, he's fucked, he's gonna die anyway. And then, out of the rubble, I come walking out, carrying my vault. Even more bald than I am now, with no beard. Crispy and smoking.
Gotta have fun somehow, right? All right. What's up, Mash D, Mindy? How you doing? We're just talking about if a fire evacuation happened here, and it was kind of having a laugh about, my wife was like, oh, well, what would we take? What would you take? I know what I'm taking. And to be fair, if I had time, I'd probably grab all my lights. Because, they're LED, pretty easy to break down quickly. At least grab the fixtures. I can always buy more drivers if I have to. But yeah, I'd probably grab that. Genetics and maybe the lighting equipment. Then I guess my weed. But to be fair, that one's the least important out of those groupings there, Make sure the wife and the dogs and cat are safe. Then genetics, lights, then I guess weed. Hell, maybe I'll just stand outside my house with 2 garden hoses, be like, I will fight you! Oh man. See it in the news now, all over the world. Somehow, bearded man protects house with garden hose from a blaze. Someone was looking out for this dumbass. From on high. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Good times, everybody. Good times. Oh, man. Gotta have fun somehow, right? Oh, shit. Gens, dogs, jars, birth certificate. Genetics, yes. Dogs and cat first. Then genetics. Fuck, I'm not really worried about the birth certificate, If it dies, it dies. I've always got at least a few different pieces of ID on me, so I can always, get that back. Not as worried about the birth certificate, oddly enough. That motherfucker's falling apart anyway. I need a new replacement, so fuck it. Yes, we do. We do have, indeed you do, Jeremiah Sanchez. Here's a box of them right here, buddy. Yeah, right. Well, I've always got a couple of phone chargers in both my whips, so I'm not too worried about that one as much. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Excuse me. But everyone, let's hope the fires do not cause an evacuation and come and threaten hope. There are a couple of very large blazes, roughly 30 or 40 kilometers from me right now. For the Americans at home, I'm trying to, what's that in miles? I think it's like 2.2 kilometers to a mile, or something like that. I don't fucking know. Sadly, we do kilometers here, so I'm not great at the whole miles thing. Oh, trippy, John Boy. That is trippy. But yeah. Long story short, though, what was I going to say? Son of a bitch. I distracted myself. I actually, oddly enough, don't know who Patrick Warburton is. But then again, that could also just be a function of I'm that shitty at names, and I could know the face, maybe, or the sound. I don't know. But no, Uncle Potsquatch does a lot of different voices, and but I do have the ability to go quite low. Not as low as some, but I have a lower registry. This week on such and such. Anyway. But yeah, let's hope. Oh, right, fire crap. So let's hope though that all works out, right? There's some fires that are pretty close. I wish I had an exterior camera wired into the show. I could show everyone how smoky it legitimately is here in Hope right now. It is actually quite bad. But what are you gonna do? Oh yeah. Okay, then yeah, Mash D Mindy. Yeah, no, 100% for sure. Now, see, now you've triggered my brain and I can follow. Good times. Good times. But yeah, we'll see what happens, everybody. But like I said, I do apologize. We are going to be wrapping this show up in the next few minutes. I've got to get to set. You know, I was going to try to leave it to do an hour and a half show, but like, to be honest, I mean, I got to make sure I remember everything. Here's a fun story from set yesterday. I was rushing out the door to get to set, and I forgot my boots. And the boots that I've been wearing in the show, and I was kind of like, fuck. So I got halfway there. I called the second AD, and I was like, bro, forgot my boots. He was like, fuck, let me call the director. So he calls the director. No, don't worry, we'll work around it. And I let my buddy Grant know. And Grant and I are, you know, shooting together at the same scenes and stuff. So he was like, well, bud, like, I don't think they'll fit, but I'll bring some boots. So we had a pair of boots that were almost the same as the boots I'm wearing now. These ones here. But they were a fair bit too small for Uncle Ponsquatch. And I managed to get my stupid feet into them, though. It was a battle. I almost gave myself a hernia trying to do it. And so I shot this whole the whole night shoot wearing these things. And my feet were numb and they hurt at the same time. It was weird. But so, like, for example, I got to make sure, now, mind you, I'm wearing these already, so I won't forget them. But make sure I don't forget anything for set, kind of get it out the door. You never know what the traffic's going to be like. So, you know, get to myself to set nice and early so I don't have to be too stressed out. Plus, I got to go turn all the lights back on and get everything set up in the grow until I see them again tomorrow morning. So, but, you know, anyway, that smoke hit the east coast of the U.S. last week. Oh, shit. Well, Tony Clifton, you should see it now. If you think the smoke you just got is bad, wait till you see what we got coming for you now. It's even worse now. Yeah. Hell yeah, 705 grower. That's a stupid good deal. Congratulations. Gotta love a good deal, you know what I'm saying? But simply put, my friends, my family, thank you for tuning in today. I'm really happy that I was able to get some shots done for the video that we're shooting for everybody, get some chores done, rush around. I'm really happy that I forced myself to kind of keep going and get into this show and give you a live stream today before we go to set. Yeah, like, right? I would think I was going crazy too, 705 grower. But everybody, Uncle Podsquatch got to go do his last day on set today for this horror miniseries. You know, so wish me luck, you know. Hopefully we don't break too many legs. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be good. That will hopefully eventually, I'm pretty sure if we're lucky, you might even be able to eventually see this even on Netflix maybe. But if not, once it's released, I will try to find a place, at least on the internet or somewhere where everyone is able to watch it. Worst case scenario, maybe I could sweet talk the ATPN into letting us do a private showing on the channel for all of us or something. Or, well, not private, but you know what I mean. Well, I'll find a way for you all to see it, okay? It will be pretty cool, and it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, anyway, everybody, remember, the true grower is the forever student. The true grower makes educated, stupid decisions. The true grower is the forever student. I think I may have said that. And also remember, at the end of the day, our industry is filled with so much ego, so much prick-waving and stupidity. Check your ego at the door. Keep it humble. Keep it compassionate. Care about those around you. Help out new growers. As much as it may be frustrating at times to answer a question, there was a point in time where you needed that question answered too. Be patient. Don't be a dick. Be a potsquatch. Being a potsquatch is an invitation to be your best version of self. Anyway, everybody, keep it real. Keep it sexy. I need to go make some TV time magic now. Shh. Peace and love. I'll see you on Wednesday. And like I said, I'll try to have the video out before Wednesday, but I'm working on it. My schedule's a little crazy right now, so I've been like shooting it over a couple of days, little bits and pieces here and there. But anyway, everybody, I love you. Keep it real. Keep it sexy. Peace the fuck out. Word to your mother.